sexual intercourse 5 days after delivering. Yes, sexual. Hey everybody, nice to see you back again to my channel. So today we're talking about that infamous hospital bag. What do you pack? Do you take 10 suitcases, just one backpack? What do you do? Well, I know what you do. Stay tuned to know what you do. So number one in that infamous hospital bag is some pads for bleeding. You may bleed for a couple days. It might be, a bit heavy to begin with. It'll lighten up, but the hospital pads are like this gigantic pad. Like it's just like wraps around you like you look like a mummy. And not only that, it's like made for a sumo wrestler who's bleeding down there. I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's very bulky and uncomfortable, and it's not made for a female beautiful curvature. So bring your own pads, please. And it's so bulky, I feel like it like grabs onto your tear and just like rips it off. It just grabs or rips repeatedly because it's so bulky. It's up in there. You don't want anything up in your tear. You want things out of the tear. Get out of it. Don't touch the tear. You know what I mean? So bring your own pads, and the overnight pads are just fine. Long with big wings, you know what I'm talking about. Those are just fine. Bring, I would say, depending on your stay, maybe 7 or 8 to be honest. And along that same note, bring some ugly, nasty underwear that you don't want anymore. The kind that you're like, oh, I'm going to throw in the garbage type of thing. Don't. Save it for a pregnancy, save it for that day, because the hospital has disposable underwear. So a lot of them will just give you 1 or 2 and they'll charge after that. And these hospital underwear, it's like a net. It is like a provocative underwear made out of net, kind of cotton net, and it doesn't fit. And you want to be really comfortable, especially when that region's been through a lot. It's been through like a lot. And you don't want to just use any kind of like net cotton underwear that like doesn't really fit. You want to be comfortable, so bring, I would say, 4 of your own underwear that you're not going to be using, and just throw it in the garbage before you come home. Just throw it there, chuck it there. Next is a very open, accessible robe for physical assessment, so you can easily open it and they can assess you. And I mean, think of that sexy robe you wore on your honeymoon. It's easily accessible. Bring that, because this time someone else is going to be accessing you, and it won't be your spouse. It will be a stranger. Yes, a stranger everywhere. So bring a very open, accessible robe, because it's cold and you might be wandering the halls during contractions, and it's just really easy to put on. On that same vein, some really warm socks and slippers, because hospitals are freezing cold. It's like just ice cold. So bring a few pairs of wool socks or slippers that close your feet, because you will be freezing cold. Next up, bring a cute take-home outfit for yourself. I recommend you might be roughly a 4 or 5 month kind of size for clothing. So bring maybe a cute top if you want to take photos, or people are going to be visiting. And next up, I would say bring some snacks. Some snacks, I mean, you may not be able to eat, but your spouse, your partner, your labor coach, whoever's with you may want some snacks, or family comes after to visit. Some snacks. I always opted for healthy fruits, energy drinks, and granola bars. So that's what I always brought with me. And I didn't necessarily want to have to eat it, but after the delivery, you're going to be starving. And if you get a really awesome staff, they'll give you food. And if you don't get an awesome staff, you won't get any food. Entertainment. So bring entertainment for yourself, for your guests, or whoever is coming in, because you don't know how long your labor is. And if you opt for an epidural, you'll be so comfortable. You may have a chance to be entertained. Don't forget a camera and the charger, as well as your phone and a charger. It's really easy to forget. We actually bought an extra charger and just had it in the diaper bag, ready to go. So they're not very expensive. You can even get them from a dollar store, I believe. So not too expensive. And nursing pads. I mean, I know you may not have your milk come in right away, but you never know. So bring a set of nursing pads. Don't forget a hair elastic. It's always on our wrists, but we always lose that one on our wrist. You know what I'm talking about? It was there a minute ago after your shower. You don't know where it is, right? They're all over your place. So bring tons of hair elastics, because the last thing you want is your hair in your face. with that being said, chapstick. Your lips will be dried. We know how annoying dry lips are. So bring a few, scatter them in your bag, give one to your partner, your labor coach, whoever, to hang on for you, because you will need that chapstick. Also, do not forget to bring your shampoo, toiletries, whatever you're comfortable with, because if you get time to take a shower, you are going to feel like $1,000,000. So, and to feel like $1,000,000, you're going to want some at-home comforts, like your own shampoo, conditioner, Q-tips, whatever you will need to freshen up. So maybe a toothbrush, toothpaste, bring kind of a see-through kit with all that in there so you know what is in there, because you may forget because you might have packed it weeks ago. I know some women like to bring makeup, so you know, for pictures or guests coming to visit, so waterproof makeup, because there's gonna be a lot of tears, a lot of sweat, a lot of everything. So I would pack that in a separate clear bag so you can see what's in that. Don't forget your hospital forms. My husband and I had like a binder of all my hospital forms ready to go at the front of our door for that, in case that happens, spontaneously labor. And then we moved everything to the car in case we were in the car and that happened. And that's a good thing we did, because it did happen in the car randomly and everything was ready to go. Now, things for the baby to take home that you will need in your hospital bag. Don't forget to install a car seat weeks in advance. Because the hospital will be checking the car seat to make sure it's installed correctly, it's a safe car seat, and the straps are perfectly tightened to meet the baby's size. Secondly, do not forget warm blankets for a baby, because hospitals are freezing cold, like I said, and that thin blanket that they wrap the baby around so comfortably is still thin. So I brought, I think, 3 fleece blankets for my second, and I'm so glad I did, because I actually laid one underneath him. It's like a fuzzy fleece one, and over top of him I swaddled him, and a third one I put all over the entire box he was in, so he'd be really cozy. That, don't forget the take-home outfit, and I find just honestly a cute full onesie depending on the weather and where you are at. I always opt for a full onesie where the feet are all covered as well, and you'll have blankets and whatnot. He or she will be cozy with that, as well as your take-home blanket, and in the car seat, and a toque if it's permitted based on the season and where you live. And don't forget some diapers, because hospitals can charge for diapers again. So I always brought 4 or 5 of diapers with some sensitive wipes, just in case they charge for that. Anyway, so that's basically my like perfect masterpiece list of hospital bag essentials. Anyways, if you liked this video, please like it. And if you like my channel, subscribe to it. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and look forward to my next video, which will be on sexual intercourse 5 days after delivering. Yes, no, I'm just totally kidding. I'm not doing a video on sexual intercourse after 5 days delivering a baby. I don't know where that came from. What goes on up here is just nuts. My husband thinks I'm nuts. I am nuts. That is not a topic. I'm not filming on that at all, so not happening. Anyways, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.